1 house from here.
Yeah, and did you know the king was coming, or you just happened to be here?
Yeah, I knew it was coming, Romance of the day, like the park, everybody was talking about it, yeah.
Around 20,000 people in the remote town of Broken Hill were without power over the past week after an intense localised storm struck the region. National Indigenous Radio Service journalist Micah Kickett spoke with a few residents.
The general sort of vibe of the community was that everyone was frustrated. Being without power, business owners lost a lot of trade during this time, and also a lot of stock in terms of family members as well, losing a lot of food and supplies. And then the frustration came because people just were getting mixed messages and they weren't sure in terms of when the power was coming back on. So what I've heard from community members is that they've had to travel interstate just to get supplies. So I've heard that people were travelling from Broken Hill to Adelaide, which is about a 5-hour drive, just to get some generators to be able to come back to the community and be able to get some form of electricity and power.
You lived there for quite a while. Did anything like this ever happen when you were living there?
Not to this extent when I was living there. So this is the first sort of I've heard of this kind of natural disaster that happened, as I understand, last Wednesday, but then continued on because of a defect in the generator. So I know that there's been, natural disasters such as dust storms in Broken Hill, where that's kind of in a way put the community in a standstill. There's not much you can do during a dust storm, but nothing to this extent.
The New South Wales government says residents and small to medium businesses will be eligible for support payments. Essential energy officials say disruptions will continue till early November. The Weekender is produced by the Community Radio Network and supported by the Community Broadcasting Foundation.
Going on the air in 5, 4, 3, 2. Transmitting now.
The Brad and Kiara Show.
On Triple H 100.1 FM.
The next few moments, you are going to forget everything you ever learned about gravity.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's the Brad and Kiara Show. On Triple H 100.1 FM.
3, 2, 1.
On the other side of the street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, cause you moved to West LA or New York or Santa Fe or wherever to get away from me. Oh, but that one night was more than just right. I didn't leave you, cause I was all through. Oh, I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell, because I really fell for you. Upside to a downward spiral. My love for you went viral, and I loved you every mile you drove away. But now here you are again, so let's skip to how you've been and get down to the more than friends at last. Oh, but that one night is still the highlight. I didn't need you until I came to, and I was overwhelmed and frankly scared as hell, because I really fell for you. Oh, I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a two-ply. Hefty thing will hold my street I knew stood a girl that looked like you. I guess that's deja vu, but I thought this can't be true, 'cause
By far one of the best bands in the music business. Over 10 million albums, 30 million tracks. These guys are good with their music. Train as we kick things off right here on the Brad and Kiara show. It's Ayu Bowen from Sydney as we get things going. Good morning to you. A very good day no matter where you are. Thanks a lot for making time as always to the Brad and Kiara show.
It's great to have you with us today, and we hope you've had a fantastic one so far. It has been quite an eventful weekend last week
yes,
for us.
Of course, it's been probably the pinnacle of my cricketing journey, and that is a story that so many people, including journalists, have wanted to get updates on. So we'll talk about that, which is the main highlight right throughout the show, ladies and gentlemen, as these things don't happen every day to Brad Stevens.
Oh my gosh, I was going to talk about something completely different because I needed the early part of this week to recover from the weekend, and it had nothing to do with cricket. But yeah, sure, we can talk about that as well.
And we also talk about movies, as you know, on the show. Box Office 30 will invite you into Wild Robot. We got A Man Called Otto, Carry On, which is a new movie. I'm very excited about that. We'll tell you all about it. And then, of course, the Michael Jordan story through Air. That's coming up. We got to give you details on that. And since we have been talking about these dog movies last weekend, we're bringing one of the biggest movies connecting dogs. Stick around for Hachi. We'll feature that also through Box Office 30. Plus, we are going to get, of course, some of the high achievers connecting that massive event that took place here in Sydney, organized by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. Bimashi Vikramasuriya as well as Sanuja Mallava. They will be on the show telling us about that journey. And David Razaya from London, connecting Trek for Ceylon, is getting ready for something truly amazing. He's going to be on the show telling us about what's going to happen in the next few weeks.
+6147 9191 883 is our WhatsApp global line. If you'd like to connect and let us know about something fantastic that's happening around you or someone who's achieving fantastic things, let us know. We'd love to share the details on the show, or you can connect with us through our social pages as well.
Talk about, of course, Sumithrio Jomo's going to tell us a bit about it. Lankika's going to talk about this weekend's Colombo Met Gala, the event to happen at the Epping Club on Saturday night. We also got Lalit Grero from the Old Joes inviting you for the Old Joes Christmas event in Sydney. All the details, as always, with the very best in music. Right now, Sabrina Carpenter.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. Does that mean it's the soul? Move it up, down, left, right, oh. Switch it up like Nintendo. Say you can't sleep, baby, I know. Does that mean it's the soul? I can't relate to desperation. My own vacation. And I got this one boy, and he won't stop calling. it that sweet? I guess so. That's that me espresso.
Oh, yeah, feel good music indeed. Not sure about that, but I'm definitely sure about my hot cup of Sri Lankan tea in the morning as we give you the best radio experience. Good morning to you, no matter where you are. Thanks a lot for tuning in to the Brad and Kiara show. And we always talk about my cricketing adventures, ladies and gentlemen. It is like an adventure. It's been absolutely scintillating as the pinnacle, which I think I don't believe I will, go above this current mark.
Okay.
So I will give you the details as it is a moment to cherish. Well, let's give you that story. Now, what happened was last weekend I went into bat straight away after being unbeaten on 4 runs.
Yes.
With, of course, the side requiring me to stay there. We lost 5 wickets. We needed to get, we had only 50 plus on the board, and we needed to get over 230 to, win the first innings. So I went with that ambition of getting into double figures, and the aim was trying to aim at a half century.
Yes.
What happened? We'll give you all the details. Brad facing the fast, seamy, bouncy Australian wickets with these bowlers who were, throwing everything at me. I'll tell you what went down. It's one of those moments that I really want to live until I die. So everybody I know is going to hear all about this every time we meet.
Yes, and I can attest to that. Our listeners will be hearing this for the first time, but because I have been living in the same household as Brad, I've practically heard this more than 20 times now.
Kiara's going to be there with that basket of sandwiches and, of course, orange juice and everything because she's inspired finally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up on the show, we're going to take you into the high achievers as well. Stick around for that. These guys have succeeded, and, done the unthinkable, so to put it, at least in my eyes. They are the best of the best, and they were rewarded rightly by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales a couple of months back due to so many events that we had to cover over the last few weeks. This segment had got a bit pushed out, but of course it's time for us to get them on the show this weekend. So stick around. Bimbashi Vikramasinghe is going to be on the show, as well as Sanuja Mallava. We spoke to these two and many others, but they will be on the show this weekend telling us about that journey.
And right now we're taking you into Box Office 30. This is Wild Robot.
The Box Office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
Incident report. At 0300 hours, a number of Universal Dynamics robots were lost in a typhoon. Chance of recovery is unlikely.
Do you need assistance? Aggression detected. I see your problem. I am a wild robot.
The Box Office 30.
Opened in September, The Wild Robot, ladies and gentlemen, runs for 102 minutes. It comes out through DreamWorks and Universal Pictures, put together on a budget of $78 million. And a good one for you to check out.
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
What's next? Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bone. What's next? Mirror, mirror, I wish you could lie to me and bring my baby back. Bring my baby back to me.
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
What's next? Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
The story of the beginning of Sumitrio cannot be told without relating its roots to Chadwara, the founder of Samaritan. Joan Hamilton was a Samaritan living in London. In 1971, she was setting off to Ceylon to marry an old friend, Bishop Lakdasa Dimil. Chadwara came along to say farewell to her and whispered that it would be good if she can start a branch of the Samaritans in Sri Lanka. This is Jomo from Sumitrio, founded in 1974 to be the first crisis center in Sri Lanka and in the forefront of suicide prevention since then.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey, it's Trent Copeland, the General Manager of the Sydney Thunder on the Brad and Kiara Show. Chamari's performances last year were nothing short of astonishing. Excitingly, I know we did it last year, the Chamari Bay. It was a fan favourite. We're definitely going to be bringing back the Chamari Bay. For more information, keep listening to Brad and Kiara.
Hey guys, I'm Chamari Atapatu on the Brad and Kiara Show.
I'm Yavan David on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Thank you to everyone who supported me that weekend, and happy to raise the Sri Lankan flag high.
Catch me soon with Brad and Kiara.
Today's big birthdays.
We're wishing you a wonderful day if you are celebrating your birthday this weekend. And along with you celebrating theirs happen to be Hillary Clinton, Seth MacFarlane, Keith Urban, Guy Sebastian, and comedian John Cleese, who you will remember from many, many movies, I'm sure, but also from, I think, one of those TV shows from back in the day that people still love watching, which is called Faulty Towers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might know these individuals. Take a listen to this list. Connecting our fan pages, we got Mithira Rupasinghe, Rasika Selva, Pen Gunawardana, we have Charuka Surabira, Don Niranjan Vanigasurya, we have Nadisha Devapriya, Rishi Basnaik, Chamal Edirisinghe. Oh, take this, my captain, Malinda Dharmadasa, ladies and gentlemen, very popular here in Sydney, celebrates his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Malinda. We also got Tyrone Mara Singha, Chanaka Jai Maham, Josephian celebrating his birthday this weekend. We got Duminda Kurupala, not forgetting Dil Herat, Mario Daniels. We have Dinesh Virakodi, not forgetting Tivanka Balasurya, Viranti Algama, Asita Gunawardana, and then we have the next list. Nicola D. Rose, we got Lakmini Wahalatantri. I got that right. We got Nipuni Ranavira, Neelia Varnakula, yep, that's right. Rookie Fernando Nipuni Rupasinghe. Let's see, Sandun Maheshka Shehan Kanishka, as well as Michelle Pinto, Minali Fernando, and Sherwin Pereira, plus Matisha Sera Sundara and Supun Ratnaik, Johan Delagi as well. Oh wow, that's a long list. Happy birthday to you guys from the Brad and Kiara show. If you know any of them, please do call and tell them that you heard this on that amazing radio show called the Brad and Kiara Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Nalandians in Sydney is a community organization founded in 1996. You can find us on our social media platforms or visit our website www.nalanda.com.au. This is Zihan Gunratna, President, Nalandians in Sydney on Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey guys, I'm Angelo Matthews on the Brad and Kiara Show.
This is the Brad and Kiara Show.
Is your kitchen looking dreary? Does the idea of renovating your kitchen fill you with dread? Well, our mum and dad can help you. Their business, Sensational Kitchens, has been helping people like you design and build the most sensational kitchens you could imagine since 2017. You should go visit them at the showroom at 987 Pacific Highway, Pymble. Or check out the website sensationalkitchen.com.au and book in a free in-home design consultation. Sensational Kitchens, turning dream kitchens into reality since 2017. Triple H station sponsor.
Hello. How are you doing today? My name is Sashenka. Ayubo one to you. I'm Shanik. We host the #1 kids radio show, Kids Power Play, every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. right here on Triple H. So remember to tune in and be a part of our most wanted radio show, a show done by kids for kids.
The best kids radio show, Kids Power Play.
You ready for this?
Doors unlocked. Now back to the Brad and Kiara Show.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
Hi, it's Lankika for the Brad and Kiara Show. Come join us at the Colombo Night Met Gala 2024, the 26th of October from 6:30 p.m. at the Epping Club, organised by the University of Colombo Alumni Association of New South Wales. All funds raised will be going into the Sustainable Scholarship Scheme for financially challenged students of University of Colombo. Don't forget, 26th of October at the Epping Club from 6:30 p.m. Search Colombo Night Met Gala 2024 for more details. See you there. It's Lankika for the Brad and Kiara Show.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
Ladies and gentlemen,
coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Nalandians in Sydney is a community organization founded in 1996. You can find us on our social media platforms or visit our website www.nalanda.com.au. This is Zihan Gunratna, President, Nalandians in Sydney on Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show. Sri Lankan events in Australia.
Hey guys, I'm Ladin Guerrero. I'm president of the Ojos in New South Wales, Sydney. Well, our Christmas get-together has been a key event right throughout the years, and everybody in our membership looks forward to it. It's a typical family event where we look forward to all the Josephians coming with their wives and kids and entertainment by their Santa Claus, and of course we start off with the traditional carols. That's for about 1 hour, and it's happening on 30th of November, and we are really looking forward to seeing all our members. With our cricketing events and sporting events, we have got more younger people joining for our events, so then I want to see all the families joining together, and of course there'll be sumptuous food, and of course there'll be a band playing who are called Cascade, and it'll be at Thornley Community Centre, and it's on 30th of November 2024. For more details, keep listening, and I'm sure Brad will give you more information. I'm Ladin Guerrero. I'm president of the Ojos in New South Wales, Sydney.
Sri Lankan events in Australia.
Hey guys, I'm Angelo Matthews on the Brad and Kiara Show.
This is the Brad and Kiara Show.
Backtrack. 2000.
Why don't I like the girl I see? The one who's standing right in front of me. Why don't I think before I speak? I should have listened to that voice inside me. I must be stupid, must be crazy, must be out of my mind to say the kind of things I said last night. Mirror, mirror, hanging on the wall. You don't have to tell me who's the biggest fool of all. Mirror, mirror, I wish you could lie to me and bring my baby back to me. To me. Why did I let you walk away when all I had to do was say I'm sorry? I let my pride get in the way, and in the heat of the moment, I was to blame. I must be stupid, must be crazy, must be out of my mind. Now in the cold light of the day, I realize. Mirror, mirror, hanging on the wall. You don't have to tell me who's the biggest fool of all. Mirror, mirror, I wish you could lie to me and bring my baby back to me. If only wishes could be dreams and all my dreams could come true, there would be two of us standing here in front of you. If you could show me that someone that I used to be, bring back my baby to me. Mirror, mirror, hanging on the wall. You don't have to tell me who's the biggest fool of all. Mirror, mirror, I wish you could lie to me and bring my baby back. Bring my baby back. Mirror, mirror, hanging on the wall. You don't have to tell me who's the biggest fool of all. Mirror, mirror, I wish you could lie to me and bring my baby back. Bring my baby back to me.
I'm purposely now not trying to think about when these songs came out because it just boggles the mind that they're 20 plus years old.
Indeed. That's, of course, something you can't, hide from at the end of the day, I guess.
Yes.
That's a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, this is that moment. I need to get Angelo to do a little intro. We don't have that yet. So, Brad's moment on the field, ladies and gentlemen. So I went into bat last weekend at 4 runs not out after using about 50 to, 100 balls, because that's what my captain, Mr. Dharmadasa, said, stay there, don't get out. And I did exactly that, but last Saturday when I came into bat, I realized we've already lost 5 wickets.
Yeah.
And this is not going to really work. And it was frustrating, not just for the opposition, even for myself, trying to defend every other ball. So I decided this is not going to work. I'm going to do and, try to get out and, show the opposition what I'm capable of. So the target was, after getting out for a duck in the previous game, to get into double figures. So I had 4 already to my name. So slowly made my way across. And then, just occasional pull, which is my go-to shot and the hook. Well, these guys decided to bowl short. So I'm like, yes, welcome. And ended up going after the bowling. Unfortunately, I ran out of partners. I didn't run them out, by the way. They just got out. So I ran out of partners and almost won the match for the side. We missed it by 15 runs.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen,
here we go.
When the game ended, at that moment, yours truly had scored 101. Not out. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. Even the opposition couldn't believe it. My team couldn't believe it. Everybody is like, was it book cricket? I'm like, no. I actually scored 101. So, that's of course what happened last weekend. The pinnacle of my cricketing career. In just 5 or 4 matches, I've got 100 already. And the strike rate and the average is through the roof because I'm not out as well. So this is good, at least for the time being. I've taken all the screenshots and I'm going to make frames so that, it'll look good. Average over 50, highest score 101. Oh, man, I couldn't ask for more.
Our house is now starting to look like a cricket museum with all sorts of things just,
the bat
everywhere.
is also going to get framed. I tried to take one of the wickets, but then they were like, hey, we need it for the next match. I was like, come on, man. How often do I get 100 here? Anyway, that's, of course, a bit of highlights from what went down last week. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been just fantastic. A lot of people, especially in this part of the world, the cricketing season has started. So you would hear from a lot of Sri Lankans who are playing for the various clubs. And of course, you'll also hear about Brad Stevens, that exceptional player in that.
No escaping it, unfortunately.
Time for more music. Here's a song that's getting a lot of airplay these days.
Time stood still, just like a photograph. You made me feel like this will last forever. Looking in your eyes, I see my whole life. Oh, they say you know it, but you know it, and I know. Oh, promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I wasted. You were right there all along. You and I start gazing, intertwining souls. We were never strangers. You were right there all along. I lose my mind when I'm around you, how I come alive. When I'm without you, I can't help but feel so lost. I wanna give you all I've got. Oh, they say you know it, but you know it, and I know. Oh, promise that you'll hold me close, don't let me go. Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. All this time I wasted. You were right there all along. You and I start gazing
song that came out in May this year. Take that one, Miles Smith with Stargazing on the Brad and Kiara Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our High Achievers.
Hi, my name is Mamashi Wickramasinghe. So I was recognised as a high achiever by the Sri Lankan Association of New South Wales for the year 2024 on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Bimashi was one of the students who was felicitated by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. And of course, for all of the kids listening in, we thought she will be someone inspirational this weekend.
So our first question to Bimashi Wickramasinghe was... what is that feeling right now? I mean, you have, of course, succeeded. You also have been recognized and rewarded by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. Tell us about that journey. And also, I mean, surely there were people who, assisted you to get there.
I mean, I am definitely happy and proud after all the work because it wasn't easy, Like, I feel like at times you can get burnt out, especially because I went tutoring as well. So the workload was really a lot at times. But I'm just happy that I got to my goal at the end of the day. And I'm really grateful for my parents because I genuinely would not have been able to do it without them. When I said I was really struggling with math, they were like, yes, okay, we can find you help for that. And yeah, I couldn't have done it without them. So I'm just happy and grateful. Yeah, all those.
Bimashi Wickramasinghe, ladies and gentlemen, this morning on the Brad and Kiara Show, she was recognized as a high achiever through the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales at a fantastic event which took place in Sydney.
And we had more questions for her. We asked her how she was able to maintain her focus to achieve her goal. What was the key to her success?
So I had my fair share of distractions. It wasn't always easy, like I said earlier, but I think what made it different was I was internally motivated. So when I was younger, obviously it was my parents being like, you need to do well so you can have a good future. And it wasn't until I understood for myself that I needed to put in the work to get the results for what I want in my career. That's what really pushed me. So it comes from within. It really does. You just have to find your own source of passion and inspiration and then drive to really achieve those. So yeah.
Bimashi Wickramasinghe, ladies and gentlemen, highlighting, of course, those reasons or what kind of helped her to get there. Love, of course, the lines passion, inspiration, drive, and it needs to come from within. I mean, if you think about it, that's exactly what happens, right? If you do something you really love, like that 100 I scored last weekend, it came from within.
I apologize on his behalf.
But jokes aside, Bimashi, congratulations. Thank you so much for making time for us on the Brad and Kiara Show. And of course, we wish you all the very best. Future leaders connecting the Sri Lankan community from Sydney, Australia, as of course highlighted by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. And talk about them. They had a fantastic event last weekend, which after my 100 we did attend. This was at the Water View at the Olympic Park. The big thank you going out to Kalinga and team for having us over there. It was fantastic with a fabulous band from Melbourne Ebony. It was a great night to see, of course, the Sri Lankan community gathering. But that's, of course, another highlight and that we can, of course, talk more about. Plus, we got more high achievers coming right at you as the show continues.
And another great movie you can check out this weekend is what we're featuring next on Box Office 30. This is A Man Called Otto.
The Box Office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
Hey, back. What is he doing?
Parallel parking.
Parallel to what?
I brought you some food.
Okay, bye.
Are you always this unfriendly?
I am not unfriendly.
Okay, you're like a warm cuddle.
What is that? Looks like he's yours now, Otto. You're not taking over my bed.
You think you have to do everything on your own, but no one can.
We can't stand watching one idiot try to teach another how to drive. It's lesson time.
Thank you.
The Box Office 30.
Now, a couple of days ago, I was walking around the shopping center and I went into this department store. And what I realized was that they had upped the number of staff making sure that they have enough people for the festive season, because oftentimes you find that, if you go to a shop towards the end of the year, there is a bit of a line if you want to, purchase something at the cashier. Yep. And so I went last weekend and I bought a couple of dresses, and I was speaking to the lady who was at the counter because she was fairly new, and she was talking to me about how it was like her 4th or 5th day at the shop, and she was trying to figure out, how everything works. And those little those plastic things that are on clothes that if you don't remove it at the shop.
Yes,
It's
the
like a
little plastic.
nightmare and you beep everywhere.
Kiara has this habit of either getting the tester or one of those with those tags, and then we are like, oh man.
So anyway, this lady was finding it really hard to remove it from the dresses that I bought, and she was trying to look for someone to help her remove it. And then the person who had been there for a while actually told her quite an interesting trick. So if you have an outfit with one of those tags,
we are not promoting criminals or giving people how to, shoplift. What is this kind of what message are you sending on this show? Now all the retailers who are probably wanting to sponsor on this show will be like, "Nee, balanna, ehmada kiyamude. Ape then adung ape same what they call junkies are very much in the news these days. Everything will start disappearing. I mean, seriously.
the junkies don't have the tags on them to begin with. It's just the more you don't have the plastic.
Ones I buy. Okay, right. Time for us to get into a movie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one movie that a lot of people love. If you love dogs or if you don't, you'll still fall in love with this one. Richard Gere plays such a good role in this one. Hachi, A Dog's Tale.
The box office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
Hachiko was my grandfather Wilson's dog. Everyone called Hachi a mystery dog because they never really knew where he came from. And that's where their story began.
Hey, buddy, you lost? He was at the train station.
Just thought you'd bring him home and talk me into keeping him.
Tomorrow morning, we'll find out exactly where he belongs.
Dad, I love him. Does he have an name yet?
Yes, he does. Temporary guest.
The dog's already been taken.
The box office 30. Soon.
With Brad and Kiara.
Hey, my name is Tal. I'm also known as the Traveling Clat on the internet, and I've been traveling the world for the last 8 years. My adventures have led me to 50 countries around this beautiful earth of ours. My top 5 favorite destinations around the world would have to be Israel, Japan, Italy, the Philippines, and, of course, Sri Lanka. This country blew my mind. When I first arrived in Sri Lanka, I could not have imagined how amazing it really was. I got to experience the wildest little island I've ever seen in my life. The friendliest locals I could ever imagine. Sri Lanka is definitely one of my most memorable travel destinations in the world. My name's Tal, and I'm from Miami, Florida. I'm a world traveler and a YouTuber documenting my travels and food across the world on my YouTube channel, The Traveling Clat. And this is the Brad and Kiara Show.
Soon.
With Brad and Kiara on Triple H 100.1 FM.
And that's another thing we take pride in, promoting Sri Lanka, the best place on earth, to the rest of the world. As always, that's what you could expect right here on the Sri Lankan Morning Show on Sydney's Triple H 100.1 FM. If you just tuned in, good morning to you. It is a Saturday morning, the 26th of October 2024. As always, we got the best in music, we got updates connecting the community, and so much more with, of course, movies and everything that goes. Coming up soon, Senani is going to be on the show, the Vice President connecting, of course, the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. He too was at the High Achievers special event, and we caught up with him. That chat's coming up very soon, right here, right now, on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
It's the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hey, it's Emelisa and Sarah from Like Angels, and you're listening to the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
We hear about it, but Singo's Meats is actually doing something about it. Singo is easing the cost of living by filling fridges, freezers and bellies with sliced grain-fed Black Angus rump steak, just $19.99 a kilo, save $14. USA pork ribs, $14.99 a kilo, save $5. And fresh chicken breast fillets, only $7.99 a kilo, save $7. Singo's Meats, Barara Shopping Village, Triple H station sponsor.
Well, hello there. You've tuned into your local community radio station, Triple H, broadcasting on the 100.1 FM frequency to residents of Hornsby and Ku-ring-gai areas. FM stands for fine music, and speaking of which, tune into my program, Pasquale Presents, from 12 noon each Saturday here on Triple H 100.1 FM, or listen online at www.triplehfm.com.au. With rare historical recordings and famous snippets thrown in for fun and free, come and see what the fuss is all about at 12 noon each Saturday here on Triple H 100.1 FM. Catch you then. Bye.
Hey, good morning. morning to you. I'm Shani. And I'm Sashenka. We host Kids Power Play today at 1 o'clock, right here on Triple H. But right now, you are listening to The Brad and Kiara Show. The best way to start your weekend.
Good morning to you as we play you the feel goods. Now, just taking a look at our listenership connecting this mod device we've got. It is telling us that we have listeners from South Africa, Papua New Guinea, we got Panama, Oman. Let me connect to the next page. We got the Maldives, Kuwait, Indonesia, Denmark, Bahrain, Bangladesh, Turkey. We also have Saudi Arabia, from Japan. Sayonara to you. Is that a good morning or is it bye? I'm not sure, but thank you for listening to us. Croatia, Switzerland, Sweden, Norway, Italy, Ireland, Malaysia, Germany, Singapore, Qatar, and then of course we got more listeners from these countries. Strangely, interestingly, Mexico. We got listeners from France, the United Arab Emirates, India. We have, of course, our brothers listening in from that part of the world. Not forgetting New Zealand, Canada, the United Kingdom. We have the United States, Sri Lanka, and of course from Australia. It is a treat to have you guys listening in, and please connect as always. So many different platforms that you can catch the Brad and Kiara show on. All you need to do is just do a Google search, and you can always also listen to our playback options, which is even better. So if you miss the show, do not worry. A lot of options to always catch your favorite weekend radio show.
Now, we are at that point in the year where we're looking to plan our holiday for the following year, because it has been a little while and we're like, okay, it's time to plan. But this time when we head back to Sri Lanka, I realized that I have to take back maybe some of my saris, because I need to figure out how to put this new hook slash connecting thing that you can do in saris where you don't have to drape it every time you have to wear it. Because, you know, last weekend we went to this wonderful event and I wanted to wear a sari. Well,
a Sri Lankan event, and then Kiara is like, I'm going in a dress. I'm like, this is a Sri Lankan Association event. Saris look awesome. Why would you do that? And then my Pandit Sekara daughter comes up, Mummy's wearing a dress. I'm like, what do you know about it? And so she plans to wear a dress, and then in the ninth hour, it's like, I'm like, I'm dressed in my suit. We are late after a fabulous century. And Kiara is like, maybe I should wear something else. I'm like, yes, that's why I said the sari was the best option. And then after the event has started, we're trying to figure out where the hat takatu are. Oh my goodness.
So yes, I had to ask my mom to come and help me because I'm not the best person when it comes to draping a sari. And then I speak to a friend of mine and she's like, oh, you should get these, hook things done and the draping done where it's only like a wraparound thing that you have to do now. And I'm like, oh, I need to figure that out. And that's my plan. I'm sure I can YouTube it, but I need to do that.
Let's get your friend on the show just to get more details around the sari draping and this new trick that you have found.
More great music coming your way. This song is in my hype playlist, and if you know it, you know why.
Who's that sexy thing I see over there? That's me, standing in the mirror. What's that icy thing hanging around my neck? That's gold. Show me some respect. Oh, I thank God every day that I woke up feeling this way. And I can't help loving myself, and I don't need nobody else. Nuh-uh. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I walk in like a timepiece. I go straight to VIP. I never pay for my drinks. My entourage behind me. My life's a movie, Tom. So bless me, baby, and even if they try to, they can't do it like I do. I thank God every day that I woke up feeling this way. And I can't help loving myself, and I I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. If I was you, I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me too. I'd wanna be me.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
Hi, it's Lankika for the Brad and Kiara show. Come join us at the Colombo Night Met Gala 2024, the 26th of October from 6:30 p.m. at the Epping Club, organized by the University of Colombo Alumni Association of New South Wales. All funds raised will be going into the Sustainable Scholarship Scheme for financially challenged students of University of Colombo. Don't forget, 26th of October at the Epping Club from 6:30 p.m. Search Colombo Night Met Gala 2024 for more details. See you there. It's Lankika for the Brad and Kiara show.
From the Sri Lankan Community Notice Board in Sydney.
It's great that this time of year has so many great events, sporting events, concerts, so many things coming up, and of course, great things to look forward to. So if there's anything happening around you, let us know. We'd love to hear about it. And right now, we are going to talk to someone who was at one of the fantastic events we attended a couple of weeks ago, celebrating some young achievers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senani Gunasekara, the Vice President of the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. He was there at the High Achievers special event, and we asked him about that experience, what he had to say, while of course he observed and listened to these amazingly talented young Sri Lankan Australians in Sydney.
Hi guys, this is Senani Gunasekara, the Vice President of the Sri Lankan Association of New South Wales, speaking on the Brad and Kiara show. I think I was amazed firstly to see how the young achievers presented themselves. It was fantastic, right? Just leaving alone the sacrifices they've made to get to where they are and achieve such high ATARs at their exams. I mean, this is great. For Sri Lankans to see the young Sri Lankans shine, it is, I think, really fantastic, and it's actually a mark of the community as Sri Lankans, how we contribute to Australia in terms of the intellect capability that we have, that we can deliver initiatives far beyond most of the community.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, Senani. It's great to have you on the show. And of course, talking about all the great things that these young people can offer.
The most prominent personalities in the Sri Lankan community here in Sydney, Senani was of course also speaking to these young individuals, and I caught just a bit of it. He was talking about 3 points that are crucial, which I got him to elaborate so that the rest of the world can also listen to it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is of course part of the advice Senani was of course able to give these young brilliant minds who were rewarded for their exceptional skills at the HSC.
3 things that I believe: it's great to have a goal. It is fantastic. That is the foundation. But then what you need to do is follow 3 things. You need to be relentless about in pursuit. We give up halfway through very often. A lot of people give up for diverse reasons, but we are not relentless in pursuit of our goals and our vision. So being relentless. Next one is they need to try and be resourceful. So as young people, there is plenty of knowledge out there. You have knowledge at your fingertips. Become resourceful to no matter who you are with or where you are, even the organization you work for. And the third one is, my advice to them was be innovative and creative. You don't have to follow something that has been developed and brought and is in place 50 years ago. Start change. Change is inevitable. We just need to learn how to adapt.
Words of wisdom connecting the Vice President of the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales, Senani Gunasekara, right here on the Brad and Kiara show, highlighting relentlessness, resourcefulness, as well as being innovative and creative. Great advice to, of course, the young minds when he spoke to them at the High Achievers special event, which took place in Sydney. Senani, thanks a lot for making time, as always, to be on the Brad and Kiara show.
Today on the Brad and Kiara show.
Kiara, what's next? What's next?
Today on the Brad and Kiara show.
Kiara, what's next?
Oh, God.
You're a morning person, aren't you?
It's the Brad and Kiara Show, now playing on your radio.
It's you, not us.
I've had enough of these city lights. I crave the birds and the trees tonight. I'm on the road, yeah, I'll be alright. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. I've had enough of these city lights. I crave the birds and the trees tonight. I'm on the road, yeah, I'll be alright. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. I had a low, didn't get it right. Chase my dreams and I chase the high. But they ain't gonna hold me tight. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. I chase my dreams and I chase the high. I chase the high. I chase my dreams and I chase the high. I chase the high. Down hit the streets and the boulevards. All the lights blocking out the stars. In my mind, I'm in a speeding car. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. I've had enough of these city lights. I crave the birds and the trees tonight. I'm on the road, yeah, I'll be alright. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. I had a low, didn't get it right. Chase my dreams and I chase the highs. But they ain't gonna hold me tight. I'm coming home, I'm coming home. I chase my dreams and I chase the highs. I chase the highs. I chase my dreams and I chase the highs. I chase the highs.
Handpicked music for your weekend as we play you nothing but the best. No matter where you are, thank you for making time to start your weekends with the Brad and Kiara Show.
Now, one of the reasons why I like going into work is because I get to hear
You have a
interesting.
reason? Oh,
I
this
mean,
is news, okay?
I get to hear interesting conversations, and they're always kind of funny and great when they happen to be in Sinhalese as well, because sometimes you think when
Say
you're
that
out.
again. In Sydney, you're having Sinhalese conversations at
Not
work.
me, I overhear conversations.
Hey, hope your job is never ending. Don't this time, what were you doing? Okay, where was this again? Let's get
I
the
was
details.
I was crossing the crossing line.
Me
and- Pare.
In Sydney?
In Sydney.
Talking in Sinhalese?
In
Okay, go on.
So this person behind me was on the phone. It was after work, right? No, nothing to do with direction.
okay.
So I think maybe this person was in the corporate park or the building that I was working
Let's
in,
get
right?
to the story. It doesn't matter where they
So
go.
anyway, this person was complaining massively that he didn't get to have his lunch, and his wife had packed him like a really nice rice and curry, I think, by the sounds of it. And
Okay.
he couldn't eat it because there were no spoons in the floor that he was working.
No spoons on your fancy dandy 36 floor building.
I don't know which office he was working for, but he was like, "Handak ne me mechara loku building ekak kan."
Exactly. Was it me? I mean, I feel like it was me. I mean, what kind of a joke, right? 36 or 40 floors and there is no spoon to be found in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh!
I
But
tell you.
he obviously didn't realize that there was someone who could understand
Did he
him.
also say, Lanka
So he's starving because he couldn't go down to the shopping center to get like a plastic spoon or a fork.
How can you do that?
It was
I
so
feel the
funny.
pain, brother, if you're listening in on if you were
my
without
goodness.
a spoon this week and Kiara was next to you recording everything and trying to play it. Just the audio was not that clear. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with those feel-good tunes, the kind of music you want on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Can't be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well? You keep telling me to live right, to go to bed before the daylight. But then you wake up for the sunrise. You know you don't gotta pretend. Baby, now and then, don't you just wanna wake up dark as a lake, smelling like a bonfire?
Is your kitchen looking dreary? Does the idea of renovating your kitchen fill you with dread? Well, our mum and dad can help you. Their business, Sensational Kitchens, has been helping people like you design and build the most sensational kitchens you could imagine since 2017. You should go visit them at the showroom at 987 Pacific Highway, Pymble. Or check out the website sensationalkitchen.com.au and book in a free in-home design consultation. Sensational Kitchens, turning dream kitchens into reality since 2017. Triple H station sponsor.
This is your Triple H News Update, proudly brought to you from the studios of National Radio News.
This is The Weekender, sharing community radio's most valued stories.
Hello and welcome to The Weekender. It's where we reflect on stories being shared by the community media sector. I'm Noah Seckham. Let's take a look back at the week. King Charles III and Queen Camilla arrived in Australia last Thursday and made a quick visit to the nation's capital on Monday, where a protest from Senator Lydia Thorpe made international headlines. Micah Kickett from the National Indigenous Radio Service spoke with Senator Thorpe on the cause behind her protest.
Those key comments ring out, right? So you're not our king. Give us our land back and give us what you stole from us. My question is, was this a planned protest?
No, it wasn't. I had a writ to deliver from my uncle, and I thought that I would get close enough to the king to say, hello, I'm Senator Thorpe, Gunai Gunichmara Japarang woman. You've been served. Here's a writ from my uncle. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do. But because I wasn't afforded the opportunity, my ancestors and my old people came in and said, righto, get out there, woman. This is your only chance. You tell that king what is going on here and what we want. And I did. I'm the messenger. You know, it's not about me. It's about my people and the people who've died fighting for this country. So I'm delivering their message. And for all their mothers out there that have lost their babies, and for all our brothers and sisters and babies incarcerated, and for all our people who've taken their lives, I did that for them because we want justice and we're sick of waiting.
The Weekender, collating the news for you.
Queenslanders are heading to the polls today. The Labor government is seeking a fourth term in power. Despite early polling suggesting a landslide to the Liberal National Party, possible changes to women's reproductive rights have pushed voters away. 2SER's Ben Fragidakis spoke with Associate Professor and Political Commentator at Griffith University, Paul Williams.
We've seen a really interesting development in this campaign, and that is the fact that, you know, a government that's really been under fire and a not terribly popular premier seems to have reversed the public opinion trend. Now, you know, Labor is not going to win this election, that's pretty clear, but what looked like a Labor rout, a complete wipeout of Labor, now looks like a much closer contest. So we've seen two opinion polls which both show that Labor's primary vote has increased, the LNP's primary vote has decreased, and the after-preference gap has closed. It was at one point 58-42, now it's closed to 53-47, which means the Crisafulli opposition will just fall into government with just enough seats to govern, which is an amazing turnaround. And Stephen Miles has actually caught up with David Crisafulli as preferred premier after 10 months in the job. There are moderate to progressive voters, particularly in the southeast, particularly in Brisbane, who are worried about women's reproductive rights under an LNP government. Now, while David Crisafulli has ruled out any changes to the law, he's failed to show how he's going to be able to control very conservative LNP backbenchers in his government if a private member's bill is put forward by the Katter Party, which Robbie Katter now has walked back a little. But if that bill should come to the Parliament, he's not explained how he's going to corral his members into voting against it.
Polls are open today across Queensland from 8 a.m. and will close at 6 p.m. local time. The Weekender is produced by the Community Radio Network and supported by the Community Broadcasting Foundation.
Going on the air in 5, 4, 3, 2. Transmitting now.
The Brad and Kiara Show.
On Triple H 100.1 FM.
The next few moments, you are going to forget everything you ever learned about gravity. Easy.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's the Brad and Kiara Show on Triple H 100.1 FM.
3, 2, 1.
Running through the strange life, chasing all them green lights, throwing up the shade for a little bit of sunshine. Hit me with them good vibes, pictures on my phone life. Everything is so fine, little bit of sunshine. Yeah, crazy lately, I'm confirming, trying to rob myself of something. You just trying to get a word, and life is not fair. I've been working on my tunnel vision, trying to get a new prescription, taking swings and even missing, but I don't care. I'm dancing more, just a little bit, breathing more, just a little bit, care a little less, just a little bit, like life is woo. I'm making more, just a little bit, spin a little more to get rid of it, smile a little more and I'm into it. I've been running through this strange life, chasing all them green lights, throwing up the shade for a little bit of sunshine. Hit me with them good vibes, pictures on my phone life, everything is so fine, little bit of sunshine. A little bit of sunshine. Another day, another selfish moment. I've been feeling helpless, sick of seeing all the selfies. Now I don't care. Found myself a new vocation, calibrated motivation. No more static, change the station, headed somewhere. I'm dancing more, just a little bit, breathing more, just a little bit, care a little less, just a little bit, like life is woo. I'm making more, just a little bit, spin a little more to get rid of it, smile a little more and I'm into it. Honestly, man, lately I've been running through the strange life, chasing all them green lights, throwing up the shade for a little bit of sunshine. Hit me with them good vibes, pictures on my phone life, everything is so fine, little bit of sunshine. A little bit of sunshine. I don't really know any other way to say this. Can't slow down, trying to keep up with the changes. Punch that number in the name when I clock in. Now I feel like Michael with the cane when I walk in. Basically, life is the same thing, unless you don't want the same thing. Probably should've won it, got a feature, but I didn't. I've been saving up the money cause it's better for the business. I've been running through the strange life, chasing all them green lights, throwing up the shade for a little bit of sunshine. Yeah.
And that's exactly what we want to spread right here through the Brad and Kiara Show as we step into our second hour. It's Ayu Bowen from Sydney, Australia. Good day to you. Thank you, as always, for making time for the Brad and Kiara Show.
And we know it is starting to get a little bit hectic as the end of the year rolls in. Last weekend was a pretty much what I would call a preview of things to come, because it was a back-to-back from Friday evening onwards. We had some fantastic time at the Kids Dance Spectacular, put together by their school, and of course other things that happened over the weekend, which was great, but I just needed a couple of days to recover from that.
And the century, I think, is again that moment that you must talk about, apart from me talking about it all the time. But Kiara didn't even come to watch. No, you see, this is a terrible situation.
Because I was doing stuff with our children for the things that they had to attend, because at least one parent had to do something.
But anyway, there were spectators who came up to me after the game. I'm telling you, it was.
Yes.
I felt like, Angelo Matthews or Mahela or somebody, where people are like, "Oh, that was such a good innings." I'm like,
You're sure it's not? I mean, the only reason why this is like, something that I can actually believe is because I know there's an eyewitness who we know.
There's a captain who is a Sri Lankan who has witnessed this amazing innings. So we will try to get him, because there are a lot of doubters and, wondering whether this is book cricket or underarm or something like that. Here, this is professional at its highest level.
Uncle's cricket.
What? This is the jealousy. Now, Kiara doesn't here. Don't get me started now. But anyway, guys, we're into our second and final hour. Not final hour. We got, of course, more things that we need to get into. We got to remind you that we have more high achievers. Sanuja Mallav will be on the show in the next few minutes. Plus, Sri Lankans are getting a new passport, from what I hear. That is very colourful. We'll talk about that, as well as the 7th friendliest country in the world. We'll touch on that. Sri Lanka's next assignment connecting cricket. The Kiwis are expected once again in Sri Lanka, this time for T20s and one-day internationals. We'll touch on that and so many other topics as the show continues.
More great music coming your way as well. You're listening to The Brad and Kiara Show.
Right now, we call this is one of those songs that I'm hooked on to this week. It is my go-to song. Take a listen and tell me what you think about it. It's taken off their album Loom. Imagine Dragons, Take Me to the Beach.
People pleasing planet. Got a million people saying how to plan it. I can no longer stand it. Gonna spend my days telling them to can it. Each one to their own. Got a salesman ringing my phone. Tell me where to go. No, I don't wanna hear the down low. Nothing on the penny, never wanna hear you preach. No. Take me to the beach. You can have the mountains. You take the snow. It's way too cold. My heart is cold enough. Push comes to shove. You can have the mountains. I'll take the beach. If you want it, come and get it. Got a million people telling me they with it. And they got me at my limit. And I'm telling you I'll never spare a minute. If you wanna keep on living, for the second that is telling you your limit, gotta find out it's a gimmick. Can't nobody tell you how to live it. Nothing on a penny, never walking on a leash. No. Take me to the beach. You can have the mountains. You take the snow. It's way too cold. My heart is cold enough. Push comes to shove. You can have the mountains. I'll take the beach. I'm better off alone, like a rolling stone. Turning off my phone. No one bringing me down, 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 down. Just give me some space. There's sun in my face. And the days go on and on and on and on.
The box office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
You can have the mountains. You take the snow. It's way too cold. My heart is cold enough. Push comes to shove. You can have the mountains. I'll take the beach. Take me to the. I don't have no friends. Anyone got me to the end. Baby boy, don't take me to the beach. I don't have no friends. Anyone got me to the end. Baby boy, take me to the beach.
I know we talked about the fact that although they have announced their Asian leg of their Loom tour, they still haven't announced Australia and New Zealand, which I'm hoping that they will in the coming weeks or months. But I have some hope because this song also features an Australian rapper called Baker Boy. So I'm
Yes,
thinking
indeed.
hopefully that means that, they will sort of swing by this way and have a few concerts here in Australia as well, because Baker Boy has a huge fan base in Australia, obviously.
And something I also gathered, I did not know this. If you're a fan of the Imagine Dragons band,
Yes.
You're known as a fire breather, so to call it. So to put it.
Oh, okay.
So
That's the
kind of
name of
goes-
the fans. Okay, got
That's
it.
what they call fans of this band. Imagine Dragons, ladies and gentlemen, are big fans of their music, as of course they sound absolutely brilliant. Now, coming up this hour on the show, as you know, we will have a high achiever. Plus, we are hoping to squeeze in David Razaya, who's from a Trek for Ceylon. He's, of course, embarking on something truly amazing with a group of friends, and we are going to tell you all about that. You have heard the clip over the last couple of weeks. He's, of course, now almost ready to fly out of London, and we'll tell you what exactly is going to happen. That's coming up, hopefully, this hour as the show continues. If you just tuned in, this is the Brad and Kiara Show.
And +614791918883 is our WhatsApp Global line. We'd love to hear from you about anything that's happening around you, some great events. If you are part of an OBA or a Past Pupils Association, let us know if there are some events that are happening where we can connect more of those past pupils from your school so they're aware of everything that is available to them. And also, if there's someone who's doing something great, could be a community event, could be something that they've achieved, we'd like to feature those people on the show as well so they can inspire everybody else listening in.
Now, picture this moment. You work as a security officer at, one of those airports, and your job is to sit behind one of those screens where you get to see what's inside all the carry-on baggages.
Oh, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you randomly get a call from somebody who identifies you and then simply orders and threatens you to ensure that a certain baggage, a carry-on baggage, can go through without being detected onto a flight. And it's also Christmas Day. What do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the storyline connecting an upcoming Netflix movie which opens on the 13th of December. Jason Bateman, Sophia Carson, Taron Egerton star in this movie called Carry On.
The Box Office 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
This is the way the world works. There's people in control and there's people that listen. I'm the guy you listen to. Ethan, today is a day that you're going to remember for a very long time, but if you handle it right, you're going to have a chance to forget it. Who are you? Knowing won't change anything, and I hope I don't have to execute someone close to you to prove it. One bag for one life. You got 10 minutes before everybody in this airport dies. All you have to do is nothing.
The Box Office 30 today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next? What's next?
Today on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Kiara, what's next?
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
It's always nice to, come back to one of these sort of Joe Pete events and being part of the, even though I'm not playing today, being part of the spectator base is good. So my name is Rohan Vijaysinger. I captained St. Joseph's in 1980 on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Oh, it's absolutely fantastic to enjoy this atmosphere between two great rivals. The Battle of the Saints, the Josephines and the Peterites. Excellent atmosphere. So good to have so many people patronizing these events. Hello, everyone. My name is Rod De Silva. I'm the current secretary of the St. Peter's College OBU in Sydney on the Brad and Kiara Show.
So hey guys, I'm Cedric Vijayagunawardena. I'm from the 87 batch of St. Joseph's College on the Brad and Kiara Show. It's just fantastic, and I'm quite happy that I made maximum out of my holiday to meet all colleagues and friends from both schools, Josephians as well as Peterites. It's a fantastic event, and I never expected such an event to be kind of organized in such a grand manner. It's fantastic.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
There is no one who has performed as well as Chamari Adapatu in the last 18 months, be it for club, other franchises, or particularly for Sri Lanka. We had to get her, we wanted to get her, and the great news is Chamari really wanted to come back too. Hey, it's Trent Copeland, the General Manager of the Sydney Thunder on the Brad and Kiara Show.
May I have your attention?
Hey guys, I'm Chamari Adapatu on the Brad and Kiara Show.
I'm Yevon David on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Thank you to everyone who supported me that weekend, and happy to raise the Sri Lankan flag high.
Catch me soon with Brad and Kiara.
Good morning, everybody.
And what a beautiful morning it is.
Let's get started, shall we?
Hey, good day, guys. I'm Rebecca from Hornsby Aquatic and Leisure Centre, and you are listening to the Brad and Kiara Show. I've been in the industry for around 20 years as a coach, instructor, and supervisor of children's lessons and swim safety, and I would love to share my experience with you. Parents, when you're at swimming lessons, please don't put pressure on your kids. The level is so not important. They should be learning at their own pace, having fun and enjoying being in the water. That will make them thrive and learn fast faster than ever before. Keeping up with the Jones next door is not important. Every child learns at their own pace and totally differently from the guy next door, even the sibling. So please don't compare them to any other children. They are unique in their own right. For more tips about being water safe, keep listening. I'm Rebecca from Hornsby Aquatic and Leisure Centre, and you are listening to Triple H 100.1 FM, the Brad and Kiara Show.
Thinking about your next holiday? We got a great suggestion. Sri Lanka. Why should you pick Sri Lanka as your next holiday destination?
All right. Hi, everyone. So my name is Chetana Sriwardana. I'm from Port Macquarie, that's in New South Wales, and welcome to the Brad and Kiara Show. I would say the community and the food. Sri Lanka as a community is very, very welcoming. Everyone is super friendly. They'd always welcome you no matter what the reason is. Whatever happens, you can always count on the Sri Lankan community to have your back. And the food is just pretty much out of this world. There is nothing that can rival Sri Lankan food. And that is just pretty much, in my opinion, the bucket list that you'd go for. So my name is Chetana Sriwardana. I'm from Port Macquarie, that's in New South Wales, and welcome to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Thinking about your next holiday? We got a great suggestion. Sri Lanka. Why should you pick Sri Lanka as your next holiday destination?
Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Sashinka. And me, Shani. We are from Kids Power Play. And you can catch us every Saturday at 1 in the afternoon. Right here on Triple H. But right now, you are listening to the Brad and Kiara Show. The best way to start your weekend.
We hear about it, but Singo's Meats is actually doing something about it. Singo is easing the cost of living by filling fridges, freezers and bellies with sliced grain-fed black Angus rump steak, just $19.99 a kilo, save $14. USA pork ribs, $14.99 a kilo, save $5. And fresh chicken breast fillets, only $7.99 a kilo, save $7. Singo's Meats, Barara Shopping Village, Triple H station sponsor.
All right, everybody.
It is a pleasure and an honor to present
a couple of, local heroes. Here they are, the one and only
Brad and Kiara on Triple H 100.1 FM. Thinking about your next holiday? We got a great suggestion. Sri Lanka. Why should you pick Sri Lanka as your next holiday destination?
Hi guys, it's Iroma from Colombo, down in Virvilla. Another Brad and Kiara show. We have beautiful summer days. That's first, right? You walk in, it's just so nice. Perfect for tanning, eh? The community, the people are just brilliant. Everyone has a smile on their faces. You feel very warm as soon as you approach anywhere in Sri Lanka. And hospitality doesn't just come from properties or resorts. It comes from the people. You walk into a shop, you feel that hospitality. But apart from the hospitality, the food is unique to Sri Lanka. From the biggest prawns that you can find in Southeast Asia, one of the biggest prawns you find in Lake Virville as well. And apart from that, you have the wildlife part of it. Brad, tell me if there's any place that you have seen that you can see both mammals, the biggest mammals in the world, in 1 hour. You can see the magnificent elephants roaming around Yala, and then you take a little tour, and then next moment you see the biggest mammal in the world when you take a little trip to Mirissa. It's all in one place. The culinary flavors, I've spoken about it multiple times. It's one of the flavors that everyone loves to talk about. In Great Britain, you have a lot of Sri Lankan restaurants popping up, and that's something unique as well. So the flavors, come for the flavors. It's completely different from any palate that you have had. Majority of the food that we use is locally sourced, and we have a lot of Ayurvedic elements in it. So it's not just a vacation for your mind, body, and soul, but it's also a part in terms of healing, and you become a new person when you step out of the country. So come in, meet us, meet everyone here, but the moment you step out of this beautiful land, you become to see the world in a different light. It's something like walking to Narnia. It's a different world, and I invite everyone to walk in. So with all of that elements to put in together, I think Sri Lanka should be in a bucket list, a place that you have to travel to, and a place that you want to come to, because beautiful smiles, amazing food, amazing locations, beautiful wildlife, and extremely rich culture. Welcome to Sri Lanka.
Thinking about your next holiday? We got a great suggestion. Sri Lanka.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Hi everyone, I'm Kiara Vimalratna, President of the Past Pupils Association of Holy Family Convent, Banglapetia. Get to know more about HFC PPA in Sri Lanka right here on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Coming soon to the Brad and Kiara Show.
Sri Lankan events in Australia.
Hey guys, I'm Ladin Guerrero. I'm President of the Ojos in New South Wales, Sydney. Well, our Christmas get-together has been a key event right throughout the years, and everybody in our membership looks forward to it. It's a typical family event where we look forward to all the Josephines coming with their wives and kids and entertained by their Santa Claus. And of course, we start off with the traditional carols. That's for about 1 hour, and it's happening on 30th of November, and we are really looking forward to seeing all our members. With our cricketing events and sporting events, we have got more younger people joining for our events, so then I want to see all the families joining together. And of course, there'll be sumptuous food, and of course, there'll be a band playing who are called Cascade, and it'll be at Thornley Community Centre, and it is on 30th of November 2024. For more details, keep listening, and I'm sure Brad will give you more information. I'm Ladin Guerrero. I'm President of the Ojos in New South Wales.
Sri Lankan events in Australia.
Hi, I'm Peter Kuravita, and I'm from Noosa on the lovely Sunshine Coast of Australia. I'm an author, restaurateur, chef, husband, father, and proud Australian Sri Lankan. And this is the Brad and Kiara Show.
Backtrack. 1997.
It's my new obsession. Pink, it's not even a question. And pink on the lips of your lover. Cause pink is the love you discover. Pink has the thing on your cherry. Pink, cause you are so very. The color of passion. 'Cause today it just goes with the fashion. Pink was love at first sight. Oh yeah, pink when I turn out the light. And pink gets me high as a kite. And I think everything is good. You could be my flamingo. 'Cause pink is the new kind of lingo. Pink like a deco umbrella. Yeah, it's pink, but you don't ever tell her. I want to be your lover. I want to wrap you in rubber. As pink as the sheets that we lay on. 'Cause pink, it's my favorite crayon. Yeah! Pink, it was love at first sight.
Talk about anthems, ladies and gentlemen. 1997, the album Nine Lives, Aerosmith, with one of those absolutely brilliant songs written by Glenn Ballard, not forgetting Richie Super, as well as the man himself. Talk about, of course, Steven Tyler. Ladies and gentlemen, a bit of Pink on the Brad and Kiara Show.
And this as well, we will be featuring someone who was honoured at the event organised by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales, those students who did exceptionally well at their HSCs.
Hey guys, I'm Sena Jamala. I'm a high achiever and I've been recognized by the Sri Lankan Association of New South Wales on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Senator was also one of the students who was at the event organised by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales, which was for the High Achievers Award ceremony a couple of months ago. And we asked him, being here, being felicitated, what was the feeling like?
Yeah, so, I'm really proud of this achievement. Like, I worked so hard for this. It's been definitely 13 years of schooling. I've really made sure that I've committed, had the consistency towards studying. Most importantly, I'm very happy that, I was able to, achieve this, and being able to share this with the Sri Lanka community, to share this joy and happiness is something that I'm really fortunate of. I'm also really happy that, my parents are very proud of me, and it's something that, I've always really wanted to make them proud because they've done so much for me. They've sacrificed so much. And, by being able to give my parents that sense of pride, that their son has done so well, I'm very happy to be in that position. And yeah, I'm really fortunate to be able to share this. And just being able to share with everyone else, the fact that the school that I came from, there weren't that many other Sri Lankans, and being able to share it with a big community is something that I'm very grateful and privileged.
Thank you so much for that. And I can only imagine how it feels after all the hard work, coming to the end of it, or what feels like the end of it, how it feels to be among all these great people, along, of course, with your friends and family.
I'm not going to connect it to cricket this time around, but of course, a question that we wanted to ask is, you get a lot of listeners who are also studying for various different exams and trying to achieve this great outcome. Now, Sanuja has already achieved that. He's done exactly what everybody told us all to do, but most of us lost the plot down the line, but he succeeded. So we asked him, okay, tell us, what really worked for you? We all have challenges. How did you overcome them while working towards that goal, that target in life? Ladies and gentlemen, a high achiever, Sanuja Mallava, this morning, who was recognized by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales at the High Achievers event held this year, giving us, of course, a bit of details as to how he got to where he is today.
So the number one thing that worked for me was my consistency. So, it is studying for such a long duration, especially such as the HSC, it's year 11 and 12 is where it gets quite packed. Over those 2 years, you'll have days where you feel down. Some days, you may be feeling a bit upset, determined to work. But the fact that those days, they come and go for everyone. But the fact that I took the decision to, be consistent on that day, the fact that, every single day, whether it be a holiday, I was doing some sort of work a little bit every now and then. I think having that consistency is the main reason why I was able to, achieve these results. I had this clear goal of, being able to, pursue medicine, get this certain mark. By having those clear goals in my head, I was able to, stay motivated throughout. And another important thing was the fact that I found that I had a pretty ideal work-life balance. So the fact that I was still continually engaged in sports, going out with my friends and family, making time to go to the movies, just having a fun time with my friends and my mates, and also being able to spend some quality time with my family. Every single day, no matter how busy it was, I always make time to, talk to my brothers, my father and my mother, just being really able to, take that time off studying as well. Because I think in the grand scheme of things, you may be thinking that, losing that time to study, you may be thinking that, oh, it's time that I could have been used to study, gain a few extra marks. But by taking that break, you're actually helping yourself more. Taking that break actually helps you to get more marks in the long term and really succeed in the future. So yeah, work-life balance, really making sure that you're taking care of your physical health and your mental health. Numerous doctors, GPs, they'll all say that there's proven benefits to your cognitive function by taking breaks. And once again, being consistent. That's the number one piece of advice that I had for anyone with any goal that they have.
Future leaders and, of course, people that will create an impact and make the world a better place, in my opinion. Thank you very much, Sanuja Mallava, for making time for us, recognized as a high achiever at the recently concluded event in Sydney, put together by the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales. Thank you very much, my friend, for making time for us. It is, of course, an honor to have you on the show, as we wish you all the very best.
Time for more great music. This one is pretty catchy as well. Here's Chappelle Roan with HOTTOGO.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
If you're a fan of this song, you have most likely tried the dance moves that go along with it. Hopefully you are successful, myself not so much. Now, to all of our listeners tuning in from Australia, don't forget that as of Monday, the 28th of October, the 3G network, or if you are on a 3G network, it will be switched off and a full transition will be made to 4G and 5G mobile networks.
Yes, all those devices that are only working on 3G in Australia will, of course, create all problems. So just be informed if you haven't already received all those emails and notifications. Please do the needful, which is, of course, a change that's going to be interesting. So that's, again, only to our listeners in this part of the world in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, time for us to take you back into another movie with probably one of the best casts I've ever come across. Viola Davis, Chris Tucker, we had Marlon Wayans, Jason Bateman again. Yes, another one of his movies. Ben Affleck, as well as Matt Damon. A movie that tells you the story as to how a shoe company became what it is today, all thanks to a fabulous basketball player known as Michael Jordan. Box Office 30 invites you into the 112-minute movie Air.
The Box Office 30. 30 seconds from the movie starts now.
You know when you get a feeling? I'm doing this 20 years. I've never had a feeling like this.
You're gonna see exactly what I see.
This is what?
Greatness.
I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
What's the plan? We build a shoe line around just him. For a rookie who's never set foot on an NBA court.
Who's the player?
Michael Jordan.
The Box Office 30.
Promoting and encouraging volunteering. The Brad and Kiara Show.
My name is Chrissy Webb, and I'm a proud Rotarian with Norwest Sunrise Rotary. And you are listening to The Brad and Kiara Show. So I think for me, it's just, especially in a post-pandemic world, everyone has been quite isolated. And so I think now more than ever, we need to be active and connected to the people around us. And it's also a really rewarding thing. I love the people that I get to spend time with when I'm at Rotary or with any of the other groups that I volunteer with. But it's also really rewarding for me, and I grow as a young person. And I've been volunteering since I was a child because that's the type of family that I was raised in. But I've gotten so much life experience out of that that's really helped me in my career, and it's really helped me to grow as a person as well. So I think it's really rewarding. You get as much back as you put in, sometimes more, some people would say. But for me, it's just when you get to go spend time with like-minded people, working on a particular thing, it just helps you get outside of yourself and really connect with the people around you, and that's a really beautiful thing. My name is Chrissy Webb, and I'm a proud Rotarian with Norwest Sunrise Rotary. And you are listening to The Brad and Kiara Show.
Promoting and encouraging volunteering. The Brad and Kiara Show.
Connect with Brad and Kiara on their WhatsApp global line today. +6147 9191 883.
It's The Brad and Kiara Show
on Triple H 100.1 FM.
Is your kitchen looking dreary? Does the idea of renovating your kitchen fill you with dread? Well, our mum and dad can help you. Their business, Sensational Kitchens, has been helping people like you design and build the most sensational kitchens you could imagine since 2017. You should go visit them at the showroom at 987 Pacific Highway, Pymble, or check out the website sensationalkitchen.com.au and book in a free in-home design consultation. Sensational Kitchens, turning dream kitchens into reality since 2017. Triple H station sponsor.
Hello. How are you doing today? My name is Sashenka. Ayubo one to you. I'm Shanik. We host the #1 kids radio show, Kids Power Play, every Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. right here on Triple H. So remember to tune in and be a part of our most wanted radio show, a show done by kids for kids.
The best kids radio show, Kids Power Play.
Good morning, this is The Holly Show, the show that makes you whole with Ben and Thay. On today's show, we'll talk about what's happening with some local churches and interview some Australian artists.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
It's morning. It's time to start a new day.
The Brad and Kiara Show, now on Triple H 100.1 FM.
Thinking about your next holiday? We got a great suggestion. Sri Lanka. Why should you pick Sri Lanka as your next holiday destination?
Hi everyone, my name's Samara Manchanaika and I'm part of the Lankarama Buddhist Youth Group. And you are listening to Brad and Kiara's show. I think for me the main reason is that Sri Lanka is just a very, very beautiful country. So not just like we've got a lot of natural environments that are really beautiful that you can visit, but also just the community in general. Even though I was born here and my Sinhalese isn't amazing, I've never not felt welcome when I come back there. And the people there are just really, really kind, really, really friendly. The food is amazing as well. It's such a small place that I feel like everybody knows each other. So you always go, I feel like whether you're a tourist or not, you always feel very welcome, very happy. And everyone I know who's living in Sri Lanka, even like prior to the crisis, said that it's always just very nice, it's very peaceful. It's always just been a very sort of serene environment, and I hope to go back soon if I can. My name's Samara Manchanaika, and I'm part of the Lankarama Buddhist Youth Group. And you are listening to Brad and Kiara's show.
And coming up next on the show, we are talking to David Rasaya, who is going to attempt an amazing feat.
But right now, here's a bit of Marshmello teaming up with Kane Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, Miles on it.
New truck, big lift, old roads. We've been tearing up since way back when. But these wheels are innocent. New hitch, new seats, no hit story. And you just can't fake that, so let's change that. Girl, let's go put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. All night, no brakes, I'll tell, no gate. Ain't gotta try too hard. My baby's push to start. I'll torque, full speed, off-road on me. 0 to 100 fast. My foot ain't touched the gas. I said, hey baby, slow it down, let's make it last. You said, where's the fun in that? Yeah, let's go put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Mile after mile after mile after mile. Turn up the night like that radio dial. Shoulder to shoulder where nobody knows. Know where we're going, we ain't going on. We're putting miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it.
The first time I heard this song, I fell in love with it. It has such a good feel to it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you love that tune, it is Marshmello teaming up with Kane Brown, Miles on it, right here on the Brad and Kiara show. And talk about, of course, a few individuals who are going to gain a lot of miles in the next few days. We are now going to talk to David Rasaya, ladies and gentlemen, who's based in London. And he will be trekking to Everest Base Camp on a 10-day journey, which starts very soon. Let's get down to all the details, as of course they do this to raise funds for some absolutely amazing projects. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome David Rasaya onto the Brad and Kiara show.
Hello everyone, I'm David Rasaya from the UK on the Brad and Kiara show. I'm part of Trek for Ceylon, which is a registered charity in Australia and has charitable status in the UK, Canada and Sri Lanka. Riders from the UK, including myself, will in November be trekking for 10 10 days to Everest Base Camp to raise funds for mental health awareness in Australia and to restore St. Luke's Methodist Mission Hospital in Puttur, Sri Lanka. Get to know all about this right here with Brad and Kiara. I'm David Rasaya from the UK on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Attempting something like this takes a lot of effort, a lot of preparation. So it's very interesting to find out all the details. And because of that, we had quite a few questions for David.
When do you fly out? Where do you land? Tell us a bit about, of course, the details. And, we definitely are keen to find out all about this.
Hi, I'm David from Breakfast Ceylon. I'm currently working with a personal trainer to get in shape for an arduous trek to Everest Base Camp. Together with two fellow riders from Breakfast Ceylon, we'll fly out from London on 31st October, arriving in Kathmandu, Nepal on 1st November. We'll be met and then transferred to our hotel in the heart of the city. There, we'll enjoy a taste of luxury before leaving it all behind and heading to the mountains and simple sanitary conditions. The 2nd November will be a day to acclimatize, get over jet lag, and make sure that we have packed all the necessary clothing and equipment. 3rd November, my birthday, and the day that the enormity of the task is sure to hit home. No turning back or time for last-minute panic stations. The helicopter will fly us to Lukla, the starting point for the hike to base camp.
Oh, this sounds so exciting. What an adventure this is going to be. So as you heard, of course, David will be leaving London on the 31st. They'll land in Kathmandu on the 1st of November. Then they move to the mountains on the 2nd and the 3rd. His birthday. Happy birthday in advance to you, David. This is going to be one of those unforgettable birthdays, quite clearly. Man, this is unreal. This is an adventure, and this is why we love doing this show, because we get to speak to people who do amazing things, and again, for absolutely fabulous reasons, as they raise funds to help some amazing people all around the world.
And it's not everyone who gets to say that I started to climb the Mount Everest on my birthday, right? So that's I think something memorable on its own, which is fantastic. And of course, we had more questions for David.
Talk about, of course, the preparation and connecting past experiences. I mean, how would this help? And as always, that feeling as we are almost there, right? It's about to start. And more than anything, we also asked him, I mean, what are you looking forward to? What's that thing that you want to see? David Razaya this morning on the Brad and Kiara Show.
Fitness and altitude will play a huge part in our ability to finish the course. We've all been training hard for the endurance. We'll be trekking 6 to 8 hours per day. There are also 2 so-called rest days in between, in which we'll only trek 3 hours. As part of the preparations, the 3 of us, along with another rider, climb Ben Nevis in Scotland together. In the past, I've climbed to the top of Machu Picchu, Snowdon, and also more modestly, Arthur's Seat in Edinburgh. The other guys too have been hiking and cycling to elevate their fitness levels. I'll be honest, I'm worried about coping with the daily hike and altitude sickness. This can affect absolutely anybody, regardless of your ability. We will be carrying altitude sickness tablets and oxygen canisters in case we come a cropper. But also the lack of proper sleep, very basic rations, and poor hygiene facilities are things that are bound to unsettle me too. But I guess that's all part of the challenge. What I'm looking forward to the most though are the breathtaking views of the Himalayas and experiencing a different culture and environment. Meeting new people, the locals, the guides, the Sherpas as I take on this beautiful journey.
This should be absolutely beautiful. David Razaya, who's based in London, ladies and gentlemen, connecting Trek for Ceylon. And one thing that I would like to do is take a nice selfie with, that background. If I ever get to anything close as, Mount Everest, that's of course guaranteed. Just imagine with the Brad and Kiara Show post as well in the back. But yeah, that's something that I would do. But David, this is absolutely amazing. We wish you all the love and luck in the world, as of course I've only heard and seen about this in movies.
Yeah.
So it's by all means amazing that you guys are embarking on such a task, which is not for everybody.
Yes.
So congratulations in attempting this, and of course wish you guys all the very best.
Now the question that most people want to know is, yes, personally sometimes people just have that goal that they want to do, but there might be something else you want to achieve through this as well. So we wanted David to explain what was the motivator for him to want to do this.
And why exactly they are doing this. As we heard, it is, of course, to raise funds. And raising these funds for what purpose? Where exactly are the donations going to? David Rasaya connecting Trek for Ceylon.
So why are we doing this? As with the ride, to help the underprivileged people in Sri Lanka by raising funds to improve the medical care system. All donations will be used to top up the efforts of Trek for Ceylon. The cost of the trek, including flights, accommodation, trekking gear, etc., is being met by the riders alone. This means that your donations go directly to those in need. All donations will go towards supporting hospitals, clinics, orphanages, and rehab facilities in Sri Lanka. But not just Sri Lanka. We are also aiming to help the most needy communities and tackle mental health issues in other countries, including Australia. Of course, the trek to base camp will be once in a lifetime opportunity and a personal achievement too. That's if I manage it. I hope that all my training and preparation will be sufficient to complete the expedition and raise funds in the process. You can follow our progress on Facebook and Instagram on @RideForCeylon. For further details, check out our website www.trekforceylon.com. That's www.trek4 Ceylon.com.
Thank you very much, David. We want to wish you and your team all the very best. And as you heard, you know where to get all those updates. Plus, for sure, when he returns, he's going to be back on the Brad and Kiara show telling us all about that unreal experience. All the very best to you, David, and your team from the Brad and Kiara show.
I'm Yavan David on the Brad and Kiara show.
Thank you to everyone who supported me that weekend, and happy to raise the Sri Lankan flag high.
Catch me soon with Brad and Kiara.
Oh, yes, indeed. You can expect Yaman David, who's been on the Brad and Kiara show since he was 13 years old. And we are looking forward to having him once again, as, of course, he's making all those great headlines, making Sri Lankans all around the world so proud. Connecting Lankans from all corners is one thing we love doing as we come to you from Sydney, Australia. And right about now, it's that time where we say goodbye.
That's right. So many people that we want to thank before we go, though. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and, of course, sharing the great news of the work that you have been involved in.
A big thank you going out to Bimashi Vikramasinghe, Sanuja Mallava, Senani Gunasekara, connecting the Sri Lanka Association of New South Wales and that fabulous event which took place in Sydney, connecting high achievers in the Sri Lankan community in Sydney. Also, we need to say a big thank you to David Rasaya from a Trek for Ceylon. He's going to embark on something truly amazing, trekking to Everest Base Camp, which is to happen connecting the first week of November. All the details were on the show. You can catch, of course, the replay option, or else we'll try to make another little podcast next weekend as we have a bit of time to promote before they actually embark on this. So stick around. That's all coming up. And if you want to connect with us, as always, and, tell us about anything important that you believe we should talk about on this show, please reach out on our social channels. If not, you can always use the WhatsApp global line +61 479191 883. That WhatsApp global line +61 479191 883.
And with that, it's time for us to wrap things up on the show. We wish you all the very best with this upcoming week. We will talk to you again on the first weekend of November. Until then, take care and stay safe.
As always, say it with me. Jaya Veva, ladies and gentlemen. May it be a fantastic weekend, which will lead into that brilliant last week, connecting the month of October. Leave you with a band that is about to land in Australia. Coldplay with yet another absolutely fabulous song. Goodbye. God bless from Sydney, Australia.
'Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the path. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if wanna die in your arms. Cause you get lighter the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in a sky full of stars, I think I see you. I think I see
This is your Triple H News Update, proudly brought to you from the studios of National Radio News.